Damen und Herren, hier ist der neue Trainer.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to YouTube for me. Welcome back to the channel for anyone watching, or just welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. It has been quite a while since I played a true FIFA career mode, let alone anything to do with YouTube. For the longest time this game was completely dead, and to be honest, it probably still is, but I have a lot of free time, so I've decided I'm going to have some fun, and I'm going to record a few videos. And it's going to start off here with a club that in real life is struggling. Bottom of the Bundesliga, 9 points in 15 games. Not particularly good. 2 years ago, they went down just like this. Meager points total, relegated. They came straight back up by building a squad capable of coming straight back up. It's an old squad is the issue, though. We go through some of the emails here. Some of these stuff is just useless. If we look at our youth academy, though, many of these guys probably won't make it. Few guys have decent potential, but Robert Meyer looks good. He's very tall for an attacking midfielder, but 72 overall already. I mean, that is ridiculous. He will be called up fairly shortly, I would assume. Youth development, they have no goals for me, so that's nice to see, I guess. 5 games without defeat in home matches this season. Sign 1 crucial first team player. I have the first transfer window off, so regardless here, we won't be signing anybody right away. Round of 16 and avoid relegation. Thankfully, they have a realistic goal for us this season, and then reduce the player wages. Once again, won't be doing any of that until the January transfer window. So now we're going to go through the squad together. I haven't looked at it much, but I'm aware of the shortcomings of this squad. So let's go through it together. We have Alexander Schwallow on loan from Hertha Berlin. He is a Bundesliga standard keeper. Now, I'm not saying he's fantastic, but he's also not going to be the reason why we're losing games. He's a little bit older, 30 years old, but 75 overall. He's a good player, and frankly, I think he will be good enough for us for the season at least. Then we have Ralph Farman, Schalke legend, been around forever, barring his very short stint with Norwich City. He's a bit older now, 33, very much now the number 2 at this club. But, you know, he's an experienced head. We'll give him the DFB Pokal games. He ideally doesn't touch the pitch in the Bundesliga. And then Michael Langer, number 3, he's very old. He'll never play. Justin Heckerin, I don't know if he's the goalkeeper of the future, really, maybe, but probably not. At left back, Thomas Uwejan. I don't think we'll have any problems at left back all season, to be honest. He's a good player. He's a talented player. And frankly, I'm not too worried about that. Kerim Kalinoglu. He's an interesting case. He's only 19, so he could still develop a lot, but he won't be seeing many Bundesliga minutes with Uwejan holding him out of the team. The center backs is a massive issue for us. Marcin Kaminski is not good enough to be a regular Bundesliga player, and he won't be, but ideally we need to improve at center half sooner rather than later, so January I could be looking to bring one in. Maya Yoshida, the former Southampton man, he is our best center half right now. He's also our club captain. He's a half-decent player. He's probably good enough to play at this level, but frankly, we're going to be near the bottom. It's going to be tough, but, you know, it could be worse. Leo Gremmel, young kid. We're going to ideally get him into matches. I want to be playing him as much as possible. He's not going to start in the Bundesliga, but ideally I want to be playing him as much as possible because I truly believe that he could be a good center half for us. Timothy Kolajiak, they panic signed him on a free recently. He's alright. He could deputize at left back if we really ran into some injury problems. He probably won't play much, to be honest, though. Ibrahim Asise will not play very much. Sepp van den Berg, very good player. I actually like him. He's young. He's on loan from Liverpool. He probably will start alongside Yoshida for us, I'd say, at least to start the season. He's definitely quicker than Kolajiak and Kaminski, which will help us dealing with some very impressive attackers in the Bundesliga. I'm not saying he's quick, but he's quicker than them. We're going to use him a lot. Ideally send him back to Liverpool as a better player than he was when he got here. Maybe we could purchase him next summer. Cedric Brunner, I'm excited to use him. I think he's a good player. I think he'll be a good right back for us all season. Yeah, he's going to play every minute in the Bundesliga for sure, because I don't trust either of these two backup right backs, Mehmet Can Aiden or Henning Matriani. They're both young, but neither of them are going to play much. Can Aiden will probably get the Pokal minutes. Matriani probably be moved on, to be honest, in January. Central midfield is a massive issue for us. Florian Flick. We're going to be playing a 4-3-3. Florian Flick is not going to play much, but he is one of our squad options, simply down to the fact that our central midfield room is not good at all. Alex Kroll, he wasn't good at West Ham last season. I think he played like under 10 Premier League minutes all season. He played a few of the Europa League games, but even that, they barely played the guy. He's wound up here. We have him permanently because the club he's on loan from CSK Moscow, and Russian clubs can't be in this game. But he's a good player overall wise, not in reality. But we're going to be very happy with the 75 overall. And he'll start every game for us because, frankly, our center midfield options are terrible. Marius Butler, he's an older winger. He's not terrible. He'll play some minutes here or there. I mean, Herod will be left at Marseille. He had a terrible injury just 2 days ago. I really feel for him missing out on the World Cup with Morocco. Tobias Moore, he'll probably play here and there. He can deputize at left back as well. We should be well stocked there, but he's more of a winger. 73 overall is nice to see. Once again, it's like the bare minimum for a Bundesliga level player, really. Ideally, we'd want better. Then we have Tom Kroeb. On loan from Leipzig, we're going to be using him. He's going to be starting every game in central midfield in the Bundesliga as long as he stays fit, simply because our options are slim. Danny Latza. He'll be in and around the squad, but not a starter for us. He's a bit older. I'm trying to phase them out as much as I can. Rodrigo Zalazar is a good player. This is a player we could probably build around. I think he has potential to get a little bit better still. He could be a very important piece for us this season in the midfield. Then Dominic Drexler, once again another older player, probably won't play too much for us, to be honest, but good to have around the squad in case we run into some injuries or, if players aren't performing. Sidi Sane, younger brother of Leroy Sane. We do this right now. I want to have him train as a left winger. Yeah, we want him to ideally be cutting inside. He's a very talented boy in real life, and I think he could go far in real life. I don't know if FIFA's given him the potential to do that, but we're going to use him as such and really try and get the best out of him. Florent Mollet, one of our better players. We're also going to train him to play left wing. He is going to be an important piece for us. He will be. He's going to start pretty much every game in the Bundesliga with Jordan Larson, who will be our starting right winger. We need those two to perform if we're going to have attacking output. These two really need to carry our flanks and do a heck of a job game in, game out. Now we head to the striker situation. Keki top won't play at all. Sebastian Polter will be our backup striker. Frankly, once again, on the older side, 31. Kenan Karaman won't see the pitch much. He'll be used maybe in the cups, maybe if someone is really performing badly. And then Simon Terode. 34 years old now, but he is still our best striker, and we don't have any better options. There's no choice. So we're going to use him as such, and he's going to start in the Bundesliga. So now we're going to go do the team. I had this done earlier. Guess it didn't save, so we'll redo this. Alexander Schwallow, of course, our number one. Brunner. I want to go Vandenberg to at least start the season. Yoshida with Thomas Uwajan. And then in midfield, we're going with Kroll, Kroeb, and Zalazar. That'll be the midfield three right there. On the left will be Uwajan. It'll be Mollet. Larson will be over here on the right. So Mollet on the left, Larson on the right, and Terode up top. That will be the team that starts our first Bundesliga game. On the bench, we're going to have Polter, we're going to have Sidi Sane, Drexler, and more. And then Leo Gremmel, who I want to get into some games, Kalinoglu, and Can Aiden. We're not going to keep a keeper on the bench. Keepers, I really haven't seen get hurt much in this game. And these four probably won't get on the pitch. These guys may be used, so they're a little higher up. But yeah, this is the team. I'll go into the tactics and that myself later on. But the team is frankly all right. By no means are we going to be a fantastic Bundesliga side, this team. Let's just take a quick peek at our schedule. So I'll do all this stuff myself, the friendlies and the training. When we come back for episode 2, we'll most likely be here, ready to start off the season at the Veltons against Wolfsburg. Not too bad, and I've just noticed third match week, the Riviera Derby at the Veltons. What a game that will be. And then we head to the Allianz, which of course isn't in the game, but the point stands. It's going to be a tough season. We have a simple goal. Finish. I'd take 16th, to be honest. I'd play the playoff, but I'm going to aim for 15th. Stay up and build from there. So, thanks for everyone if you watch this. I appreciate it more than you could ever know. Yeah, this is my second try recording this, so if it sounds a little rushed, I'm probably just a little annoyed that it didn't work the first time. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in episode 2 when we kick off against Wolfsburg in our Bundesliga season. Thanks for watching.